We have a longtime Apple shareholder and supporter for years who's completely disappointed by the company's refusal to help. He is Ross Gerber, Gerber's Kawasaki CEO. He owns the stock. He's been an Apple bull for a long time. But we're also joined by so-called good guy hacker David Kennedy, who's standing by and standing up for Apple. Good to have both of you. Ross, listen, most are standing by Apple. Why aren't you?
Well, I'm standing by Apple in the sense I don't think the government's gone about this the right way, and there is the right way, which is Congress needs to pass a law. But I lived through the September 11th era. I feel like we're at war, and I think about Howard Hughes in World War II dropping everything so he could help us make better bombers and fighters to defeat the Nazis. And the truth of the matter is we're fighting the worst people that have been on this earth in a long time, these ISIS people, and they're going to continue to attack and kill us. And the truth is everything's on the phone. So if we have no way ever to get into this stuff, we're just not making America a safer place. And until somebody loses a relative to terrorism, they're going to feel, oh, privacy is so important. But when you lose a relative, you'll change your mind.
Maybe, maybe not. We had Apple's lawyer, Ted Olson, whose wife was killed during 9/11. She was on one of the planes, the plane that hit the Pentagon. So, look, there are some people who are really siding with you, David. You, as a hacker, believe that we should be able to let Apple deal with the situation up until they won't. But what about what Ross says? That there comes a point where your duty to your country really matters. And this isn't, Jesse Jackson made the point about the McCarthy tape, the audio tapings of people that were suspect. That's not America, certainly. But to the issue of this is pretty clear. This guy was a terrorist. He killed 14 people in San Bernardino. Why are you standing by Apple?
Well, listen, first I can relate to Ross. I mean, I served in the military. I spent 2 years in Iraq. I was in combat situations in combat zones. I was there for September 11th. And I can understand if this was one specific phone where we needed to get access to the data and go after the terrorists. I wholeheartedly agree with Ross. The problem is that what the government's specifically requesting and the language that they're using sets precedents for any other phone in the future. And so this is the first time in history that the government publicly has come out and said, Apple, you need to produce code that does not exist in order to allow law enforcement access to it. And the problem with that is that this doesn't impact Apple. This impacts everybody. This can impact encryption. It can impact privacy. And I agree with Ross to the sense that there has to be some sort of balance to get access to information. We technically need to talk about that in this industry. The problem is how the governments went about this to try to go and backdoor essentially a large percentage of technology.
You know what's interesting to both of you? Look, people are saying that Apple is being hypocritical here, that in their own fine print, when you buy an iPhone, this is in there, and we took this out and we wanted to put it up there, quote, and this is Apple's privacy policy. It may be necessary by law, legal process, litigation, and or requests from public and governmental authorities within or outside your country of residence for Apple to disclose your personal information. Ross, it almost feels like they're flouting their own privacy policy and they won't give up this information.
Well, and that's the crazy thing, is that up till 2 years ago, you could get into an iPhone without a problem. It only happened with Apple Pay. This isn't really about privacy per se. It's about making Apple phones secure because it has so much information like your credit card.
Will you sell the stock, Ross? Is it bad enough that you'll sell the stock? How about give up your iPhone? How about give up your iPhone?
No. Okay. My iPhone's great, all right? Nobody can get into it.
Okay, and David, look, you'd obviously keep whatever Apple products you have, but if given the chance, could you hack open that iPhone? Because, you got people like John McAfee telling Fox Business, give me 3 weeks, I can crack this thing open. Could you?
I wouldn't put a lot of weight in what John McAfee says. Unfortunately, he's kind of out there quite a bit. But there are a lot of folks in this industry that can do it. I mean, the NSA has the capabilities, I'm sure, to do it. A lot of security researchers have come out and said that they have the capabilities of doing this. This is not about one specific iPhone for the FBI. There's no way. They're using the All Rights Act of the 1700s in order to force precedence on this so they can get access to other things. So, yes, we could definitely get access to it.
Yeah,
David, Ross, it's great to have both of you.